So the second principle is find out what the global imperatives are that the place and your business relate to. Now, I don't know about you. I'm a pretty good person. I try and buy the right things. I try and be a conscious consumer. I try and treat my yard and my neighbors well. And I really believe that there is something that I'm doing about how I live my life every day. But until I ask the questions, which things that are going on in society and on the planet am I most affecting every day? I tend to just adopt somebody's change the world, give money to people who are hungry, which I do, but I am not really connecting my personal life or my company's life or my community's life with what it is specifically I'm doing. So I believe it really helps if every community, as a part of its work, finds out what are the global imperatives it's affecting and makes statements about what it wants to be working on. I'm going to give you a couple of examples up here of what Seventh Generation did when they looked at their global imperatives. And it's, their global imperatives is a little strange because it's really the globe's imperatives, right? It's not like we get to say what's imperative. It's like really asking what's imperative and which of those do I connect to? But they came up with about 8. I thought a couple would probably be enough to show you where they went with it. The first one was use natural resources at a rate that matches their rate of regeneration. So if you're a manufacturing and distribution company, you're affecting natural resources. They started out by just saying being carbon neutral, so they counted everything. They were dispersed all over the place, and being carbon neutral is great. But until they said, which resources are we really affecting, and how is it we really regenerate and work against that global imperative, and we make it part of every conversation, they couldn't really be working fully on global imperatives. The second one was act as educators and developers of conscious, enlightened citizenry. So as a result of this, they created the first really transparent labels, and in fact, Jeffrey Hollander is the one who got Lee Scott at Walmart to go do the same thing, to create transparency. We went and had a conversation with him and said, what are your global imperatives? He said, reverse global warming. We said, do you have any particular place you'd like to start? That's like save the world, right? So coming down to what are your global imperatives is a really important part for a business to do, and then it lets you know what you're being transparent about, what your authentic nature is, and what it is you're trying to create in the world.